Hey guys, so today we're in Charleston, South Carolina, visiting our good friend John over at the Bearded Axe. This venue is located right in the heart of Park Circle, so if you're ever in the area, be sure to check out the food, beer, and most importantly, the axe throwing. Come on guys, let's get it started.
Please don't go.
And I'll be singing la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. I'm just right here dancing around to the rhythm that you play when you're breaking my heart. You know that I can't get you out of the system. Yeah, right from the start. Play with my heart, and I'll be singing la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me. You can do whatever. I'll be here forever, spinning round inside this room. Hey, hey, won't you come on over? I'm a sucker for you, wishing we'll be out here soon. So tell me if you wanna, cause I got this feeling. I wanna hear you say it, cause I can't believe it. With every touch of you, it's like I've started dreaming. Guess heaven's not that far away. And I'll be singing la 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 la. You're breaking me, la 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 la. You're breaking me.
Alright guys, so today we're down at the Bearded Axe. I'm hanging out with my new friend, Melody Raleigh. We'll be playing a new game that we just came up with. The closest bullseye asks the next question. Melody, you ready to get this going?
Let's do it.
Closest bullseye asks the question.
Got it.
Oh, that's a 4.
All right.
It looks like I'm up, guys.
You're up. What's the question?
So Melody, how long have you been throwing for?
Probably about 1.5 years.
Right on.
I started at a food truck rodeo because a boy pissed me off. And a friend of mine's kid was like, hey, you should do that. So I did.
Nice.
And I was good. So here we are.
Next question, let's get it going.
All right.
Oh, that's bullseye, you're up.
Yep. So Hector, what brought you to axe throwing?
It started with me moving to Florida, actually. I'm originally from Los Angeles. I came out from Los Angeles, needed something new to do. Everything I get into, I do at 100%. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna do it at 100%.
Fair.
So I started throwing an axe and I realized, hey, this is actually something I get into. It wasn't just, oh, this is fun, it was something that took over my life. It was something that actually made my life revolve around it. And now that I throw an axe, I couldn't imagine a day that I don't throw an axe like.
I feel that on a
absolutely
spiritual level. On a
Yes.
spiritual level.
All right, next question, let's do it.
Question. That.
Oh, that's not standard.
Oh, dang!
So, what is the axe that you like to throw the most? I wouldn't say your preference, but what's your actual axe? What's your favorite axe?
It's a toss-up between this gorgeous carpenter's axe made by the Bad Axe Mike King.
Nice.
And the Flying Fox that he rehung for me.
Really?
Because the Flying Fox has like a curved handle.
Yep.
And I couldn't seem to
Get over
get
that.
it. I couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah.
It was just weird. So I sent it to him, and he's like, "I got you."
Next question.
Next
Let's do
question.
it. Oh, that's a
Hector, how did quarantine affect your axe throwing?
You know
Or
what?
did it?
It only affected me in the level that I didn't have people to throw with. To the level where I had a key to the shop, regardless of the situation. I was still practicing on a daily basis. If people were coming in, great. However much capacity we had, cool. But I didn't have the locals coming in that actually wanted to throw with me and actually wanted to practice and get better. So
Right.
it led me to just practicing alone most of the time. But it was a lot of solo hours for sure.
There was probably a lot, if you're like me, a lot of solo hours, a lot of writing stuff down, a lot
Yeah.
of cussing. A lot of cussing.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm almost kind of grateful there was nobody in here because I threw some temper tantrums.
Yeah, at a certain point, you're only going to throw so well, you're only going to have to say so many bad things.
Exactly.
It makes the most sense.
A little bit of tears, whole lot of
I
laughing.
love it. All right.
Awesome.
Yo, next question. Here we
Next
go.
question, let's do it. Oh, it's your turn because I totally that one.
How many venues do you visit normally? Like, what's it look like out here? What's the throw style?
Well, there's a lot of new pop-up venues, which is great. I love to see, the sport growing. I love to see more people getting into it. If I can promote more people doing something I love that has saved my life, that is amazing. There's probably about 4 or 5 venues here. I've been to just about all of them. Some of them are far.
Yeah, far.
Far.
Yeah, far from getting back in there. Yeah.
But I was driving an hour and a half every Tuesday
Really?
each way to go to a league in Florence. And I don't know if that's dedication or crazy, but that's just how much I love it and how much I love to meet people who love doing this. And yeah. So
Next question.
next question. Hello.
Oh, pretty center one. It's not the best, but it's in there.
Oh,
6-6. Switch this one up. We'll both ask each other a question.
that works.
So you're throwing your fundraiser for you to go throw high-o.
Yeah, I'm doing a fundraiser to help me get to Ohio because I'm driving, because I'm dumb. But half of the proceeds are going to go to a local women's shelter, my sister's house.
Okay.
And I just really, I had to make a fresh start, and I had help. And I'm not going to say I had means, but I had help. I had emotional support.
A way to reach out.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
I just want these women to know that when they need to make a fresh start, we're here for them.
Axe throwing is here for you. Everyone's here.
Everyone's here.
Yeah.
Give them the life they deserve.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I got a question for you. What is your favorite axe to throw?
Currently, I am throwing a Snow and Neely, which, when you get out of the box, comes with a throw file that is on another level. They've been around since 1864, and
Wow.
Snow and Neely is a great axe to throw. I highly recommend this.
Snow and Neely.
Yeah. So once again, we're down here at the Bearded Axe in Charleston, South Carolina. Please come by and give them a check out. Later, guys.
Have a good one.
I'm here with my boy John from the Bearded Axe. Just gonna ask him a couple questions, see exactly what got the Bearded Axe started. John, my man,
What's up, dude?
what got you started, dude? Let me know, how did this all start up? Like, what's the origin?
Okay, the origin, it definitely did not start with me. I want to say that straight up. Ian, our owner, he left the Air Force and he wanted to do something really cool a couple years back. He ended up traveling around the country, checking out, falling in love with just the sport, man. Actually, he bounced around. He ended up anywhere from Colorado to Wilmington, North Carolina, Brooklyn, New York, checking out venues and trying to find the right spot that felt right. So he opened this in May of last year in 2019, and it was wild, man. This is this spot I kind of deemed where this all came from nothing. This was an empty spot that he built everything by hand, pretty much in here. He did everything from remove asbestos shingles to like everything, man. The guy's so awesome. And so he started then. Me and my assistant manager Jordan came on in November. He started with a cat out of Massachusetts named Sean Pearson. He's now axe throwing coach in Boston. But he helped. These guys both did it together, and they kind of evolved it together, and we built this community around it. And that's where we got, man. Like, we took something for nothing, busted tail, a lot of sweat, a lot of blood. I wouldn't say too many tears, but definitely sweat and blood in this spot. Me and Jordan came on. We just keep on evolving. We're not complacent people. We're constantly changing. We're trying to make this better for our community and really try to have people fall more in love with the sport that we've done too. Because people misread this as a fad. It's not. This is one of the best things ever for someone, especially if they're going through a hard time or even like lots of confidence. It's just been so cool to be able to be a part of this because, you know, we definitely have a unique spot here. And then two, to be able to kind of like see somebody walk in a door with the world on their shoulders and walk in the back for an hour and get to hang out with them, learn about them, and then walk out with this little bit of pride and they become a part of our family, you know, because that's literally what we have here. It's a family.
It feels like family. I'm gonna lie to you, as soon as I walked in this door, as soon as I walked in this door, this guy just hit me with the facts, and I love it. Everything he said to me has been on point and makes me feel like I'm welcomed.
Oh, very
The
much.
first second I walk in to the second I leave out of here, I guarantee you John's making it happen. But as you guys can tell, I am drinking on a beer here, which is actually the Bearded Axe beer. And I notice you guys have a very healthy selection of beer.
I'd say we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
We have about 70 styles. We did that with our buddies over at Holy City Brewing. They're here in Park Circle area of North Charleston. Those guys are kind of the guys who brought craft beer legitimacy to the city. Chris Brown, the owner over there, it literally was kind of like you walking in the door today. Hector walks in the door just saying, "Hey, I'm Chris from Holy City. We just moved to the neighborhood. Just want to say hey." And we're like, "Hey, you want to go hang out?" We got him in the back. He's a huge Wolverine fan. We're all comic geeks here
Hell
too.
yeah.
So we were doing tattoo shows and stuff, and we're just talking to each other. And we're hanging out, and he's like, "Dude, I really like hanging out with you guys." And we're like, "We really like hanging out with you." And he's like, "Why don't you come over to my place and we'll hang out?" And we're like, "All right, cool." He's like, "You want to brew a beer?" And we're like, "Sure." And what that is it's a Belgian golden ale. Some Cicerones would tell you it's not a true one, but I feel like it's
okay,
solid.
gotcha.
It has imported Belgian candy syrup in it. It's a different style just in general, but you're in a different place. Like I said, we have 70 styles. We've got everything from middle life pony, high life ponies to some great mead and whatnot. We're branched out. We're beer, wine, mead. If you're in our area, just come by, have a drink even with us if you don't feel like throwing. We sell our stuff to go to. But that was a really awesome collaboration, and we're actually talking to some cideries, meaderies, and some other breweries. We're going to have, hopefully get up to 4 exclusive beers hopefully in the year.
Nice.
That's a
More
big-
exclusive Bearded Axe brews.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd
that's pretty-
love to pick up some Bearded Axe brew like at my local store. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, well,
That's
the thing about
awesome.
us is, man, like, we definitely feel like compatriots with the guys from Holy City, man. Like, we're all like-minded people, and we love our city and we love our community, and it's just so great because through them too, they've given us a lot of community outreach possibilities too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get to work with kids and doing that, and we got that through Holy City. We're partnered with the Big Brothers, Big Sisters in our area, a lot of pet outreach, crisis women's outreach centers, food banks. One of the coolest things that Ian, our owner, did at the beginning of COVID, right here in the middle of Park Circle in North Charleston, which is more of an artsy community, and we have we're a culinary-based town. So we have a lot of our food and bev workers out here. So what Ian did is he literally took his whole stimulus check. In the front of our place, we had operating food bank that
No
the community
way.
started getting involved in with
Yeah,
too.
for the community.
And then one of our team members, Jessica Critcher, she's on Instagram and Twitch as Crafting for Justice. She was awesome. Like COVID kind of really got her going and moving, and
Yeah,
like she kept
pushing
on.
for years, yeah.
She was hand sewing masks for the community, and we kept that going. Period. We had food, all kinds of stuff. We did it for about 6-7 weeks. It was just awesome to do. So like I said, like with us, it's our community, man, and that's our biggest thing, and that's the best thing. Yeah, we want to be successful, you know, in the ways that you think of, but we also want to be successful like here, man. Like that's a big deal to every piece of this team.
I dig it, man.
Is
So, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you guys been around? And since then, how's the community reaction been since? Like,
What? Well,
you guys
for the
coming
year and a
into
half?
town? Yeah.
It's just involved.
He's
Assistant
fine.
manager Jordan and I came on in November, so we've seen it there. It's been a great response, man. Like just in general, we've got such a really eclectic mix here in Charleston. But with us, like it's grown big, and what's wild about us is like. Just even down to this, like if you guys are gonna probably see around the room, and you guys have seen it all day. We've got people popping in and out. Like we've got, like I said, this is family. Everybody ends up part of this family with us. So everybody's coming in and checking out. So like now we were more just like a straight up Axel and venue. We have people who just pop in. Like you probably heard our buddy Casey came in. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I just want to come by and say, hey, check on you guys.
So,
So that's a big thing with us, man. Is like, hey, if you've ever come to Charleston, and you feel like you don't know a place to go, you're always welcome here. We always have a bar stool. There's always space for you in this place. And that's a big deal for
Talking
us.
about.
man. So as far as like where it grew from just like an Axstone bar to like a community center, which
Yeah.
is really cool. And it's something that like was really important to Ian. And that's something that like this whole staff and team here behind the Bearded Axe, it's paramount to us. It is. We want that. You know, that's the biggest deal to us. Like, there's never a stranger there. That's a big deal for us. So that's, I guess that's the thing. As much as we love the sport, it's our community too.
yeah,
It's big.
there shouldn't be a stranger between us. Because if you like throwing axe, guess what I like throwing axe.
course.
We're brothers at that point.
Exactly, and not only that, we're gonna just go in the back and do cool shit. That's literally how we started the interaction. It's like, hey, dude, you guys want to go in the back and do some cool shit? I think we started it that way today, right? Like, I think so.
You talked to me here, brother. So I've walked through a couple of your lanes. I've been around. I've seen you guys have end grain and a waddle specifically. How do you guys feel about the end grain, the actual regular lanes, and what's the difference here for you guys?
We actually love Ingrain like so much. Like we did that's what we did during our COVID waves. It's easier with our customers. People who are a little more intimidated about throwing, they don't know if they have the strength or they have some shoulder or neck issues. It helps. Another thing we noticed too with the end grains, they're much quieter. So like it helps with some guys who had some struggles with like PTSD and whatnot, like where it might worry. Like they worry about coming to venues because it's worried about triggering some things. It seems like it.
Too loud.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of really helps out. So what, if anything, doing the conversion from traditional targets to Ingrain has opened up even more opportunity for us, which is big.
Makes sense.
And then too, we're getting to utilize things like software and whatnot. We're getting to use our brains in different ways too. So that's what we're getting out of it. Is like it's a challenge for us mentally and physically. And then for the customer, it makes it easier, and they fall in love with doing it more. So that's a bigger deal.
So when it comes to the end grain, as you said, like technological wise,
Okay.
how do you feel about the games? Like, are the games something that you can actually improve on, or to make your own?
A little bit of both, yeah.
I know there's so much you can do with the generic bullseye.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
Well, we use a software from a company called Excitement right now.
Okay.
It's really great. It's a great starting spot. But yeah, we're in a really tech-heavy city too, so we've already got guys who have offered to help us code some new stuff. We're gonna like mess around.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like there's no limit to where we're going, because the thing that's so cool is like we're literally a gaggle of geeks in the world. And even the guys who are a little like scared to say they're a geek, they like being geeks too.
Yeah.
And like so we've been able to like, and the community loves it too, man. Like that's a big thing. Is like we literally have dudes will come up and be like, hey, I'll code with you. I'm like
Yeah,
oh,
code your
kick ass.
stuff up.
I'm like sweet up. And then it's just it's an experience and a knowledge exchange, if you will. So that's it's been really fun, man. Because like it's so cool, because like what's so crazy is like when you go in these places too, you know, these things are almost like idea factories, you know?
Yeah.
You're doing really fun
Everyone
shit.
all walks around the earth. They'll come in and actually want to do something else with you.
But then they'll go, hey man, I got this idea. And it's like, well, you can figure it out. Like, well, we can try. And that's kind of cool. Is like a lot of this spot is like a collaboration too. Like, you know, like if we have guys that come through, like, hey man, I really love this beer. I think other people might. Well, we'll try to find it like through someone else, or like it's a cousin or a brother or somebody works somewhere. That's one aspect of where we get our people involved. Like you said, even in the back band too, like between the games and just like competitions that we do, like all of our coaches play with all the people that come through. It's fun. And I mean, even from the hardcore, more core throwers to the very novice throwers, everybody seems to love it, man. Like so far, and hopefully it'll keep on going, and we'll keep on evolving that too as we keep going.
I dig it. So, as we're talking about the end grain to regular boards, what's more convenient for you? Like, what do you actually see yourself using in the long run? Save.
I'll be honest with you though, Hector. Like when we started,
I'm just curious. Like, what?
I gotta be honest with you. I think we all throw more
You
now.
throw more on the end grain.
Yeah, because like all of us do. Because one, we're constantly practicing and throwing while the things are going on. But then like two, like with the amount of maintenance we'd have to do, like changing the boards.
Back and forth, changing boards.
We might not have been so quick to start throwing, but now we're really working on different trick shots and different stuff more, because one, we don't have to worry about the degradation of the board.
Of the board itself.
So yeah, we're
exactly.
getting so much more. Like I'll put it this way, we open May 30th. This is September 5th.
Okay, so in
we
May,
still
about 5
have
months,
we've
about
done
5-6 months.
Yeah, we have about 10 targets out there. We've only in the back. We've only really adjusted or changed 4 of them.
Okay.
And that's why, because we're not like normal right now because
exactly
of the situation, but as far as volume of throwers, but we're still getting a healthy amount, and the fact that we're seeing it have legs like that,
Yeah.
that's a big thing for us. So, I mean, of course, it helps the house out on that. It helps us with our staff. It also affords our staff more time to actually hang out with you guys, and that's a big deal for us. Is, our business is hanging out. So it's kind of fun.
Makes sense, brother, man. So, talk to me a little more about the shop. Say if I were to come in off the street.
Okay.
What's the hourly rate? What's it like for someone just walking off the street, for someone that's never been axe throwing? What are they expecting to when they come in? What do they get?
Well, like with us, like we're right here in the middle of the park district, so that's a
Okay,
big thing.
so
So
we're
we
in the
really
park
deal
district.
with, pretty
Okay.
much in a way. Definitely just an arts bar kind of nightlife district. So if you came in the street, let's say if you're at your closed-toe shoes, we got shoes and socks waiting for you.
Shoes and socks, guys.
We've
You hear that?
got
Shoes and socks.
We've got our coaches who we call axholes. Because our back room is actually where the magic happens. It's called the axe hole, and we are bleaching our axe hole just for you right now.
you guys. The axe hole beef.
Yes, right.
Yes.
So what they do is they come in, we get them set up with the waivers, see if there's anything they'd like to drink before they go in the back. We basically, as we walk through the threshold into the axe hole, we're like, go ahead and just take a can out of your vocabulary for the next hour. We kind of hang out with them, get everybody sticking, kind of let everybody do their own thing, keep on checking in on you, see how you're going. Because the big thing with us too is we want people to really walk away loving axe throwing, and no matter where they go to throw it. And that's kind of our experience, and we just basically kind of hang out for like an hour or two.
Yo, I love
It's about
that.
24 an hour. We do military discounts, of course. We do community discounts. We always have random promotions going on, but like right now we're about 24 an hour, which isn't too bad. I mean, I don't think it's about the same you pay as bowling, So.
Exactly.
For an hour or two.
What else can you expect? You're paying for the same amount.
It's true.
Same amount of entertainment, if not more. You're
A little
doing
bit.
an axe. You have an
A little
axe in
bit.
your hand. How much more
You've got like
badass can that be?
But I think that we definitely offer a cool spot to come and hang out in. We've got good beer. We have the most random music on the radio.
Yeah, you have a
we talk
great
music on
soundtrack.
radio. We've got a very massive playlist that we've all added to, just the most random stuff that you can think of. We talk music in here. We talk video games. We talk comics. We talk axe throwing. We talk about cool camping trips we've done. It's been really neat. It's been pretty cool.
Good stuff,
So
right?
that's definitely us. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's the vibe I felt when I walked in.
Cool.
And as he said, if you have the can in your vocabulary, you might want to change it up before you walk into the Bearded Axe.
Just for a minute.
There's always a can when you're throwing an axe, as long as you're accompanied by my boy John here, making things happen. It's just that easy, guys. Love it.
Hey man, thank you so much for the time today, brother.
Oh,
Appreciate
yes,
you, man.
It's the best of
This
time.
has been a nice hangout. Later, man.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
A little
yeah.
bit. We're finishing up here at the Bearded Axe down in Charleston, South Carolina. Hanging out with my friend Jordan and Sam. Had a great time. If you guys have anything to plug or anything you guys like to let the people know, please, this is the time. Let them know.
Yeah, so every Friday we have new beers, so come in and see us on Fridays. Check out our new selection. We have about 80 beers, so come and see what we have.
Yo, you guys heard it. Make sure you stop by, check out Melathon and or the Bearded Axe. They were great to us, and I hope that you guys come by if you're ever in the area. Sam and Jordan were both just the best lane coaches I've ever had, and I'm excited for you guys to meet them as well. See you guys soon on the next episode. How's it going, guys? So today we're in South Carolina. Damn it, Charleston, South Carolina. In South Carolina, visiting our good friend John over at the Bearded Axe. Smack dab in the center of Circle. Damn it! Smack dab in the center of Circle. What's it again? Forever downtown. Smack dab in Square Circle. Park Circle.